and now. I was reading a quote from Mahatma Gandhi, and it said that we are the makers of the peace within. We are. This is just one of the ways to find that peace within. And so thank you for being here at this your 31-day meditation challenge. The challenge is to show up every day. And then the bigger challenge is to stay to the end. Experience that restlessness. Feel that uncomfortableness with wasting this time. I guarantee it's not a waste of time. So let's bring ourselves into wherever you're sitting right now, whether it's on the floor or a piece of furniture. Simply sit. Breathe to where you're sitting. Breathe in gratitude to that furniture piece or that floor that you're sitting on. Feel your feet on the floor. If your feet are on the floor, feel your buttocks on your cushion or on the floor. And allow both those areas to sink in to the earth. One thing for sure, we can't go here in meditation if we are not fixed here, anchored into this space that we're in. So let's do some quick anchoring, also called grounding, centering, and aligning. And I also believe that it has a beautiful nourishing effect on our dynamic energy centers within our body. So it's multifaceted. Not only does it create safety and security so that the mind can come into a more relaxed state, it allows us to draw our breath into our lower abdomen, which accesses that parasympathetic nervous system. It allows us to center into our heart. It allows us to create awareness that it's the ego that plays within us every day, and how we can calm that my will to perhaps something more along the lines of thy will. It allows us to be more attuned to our intuition because it offers us more clarity from our mind, from all those thought forms. And it is the connecting with the earth. It is connecting with the frequency of the earth. I hope that you would agree that we are an energy body. We have energy that offers us support within the earth, and we have energy that offers us support in the universe. And those two is what also nourish us as waveforms. We are energy. We are matter, but matter is energy. So just allow yourself to sink into the center core of the earth. However you feel drawn to do it, I'm going to offer a little guidance, but if you've found a way to get you there, then you can take what works for you from what I'm offering and incorporate it into what you already do. So imagine these etheric feet, these etheric lines coming out of your feet, or tree roots. You can even have that one core root that's always on the base of the tree. You can take that one core root right down to the center core of the earth. Just let it drop. Turn on your sensories. As you turn on your sensories, it brings us into the present moment. Sometimes if we close our eyes and imagine going down to the center core of the earth, we may become just a little bit disassociated. Just bring that intention and feel those rocks in the sand, and imagine that molten as your feet and the etheric feet and roots dip into that molten. Sometimes I get this mineral dry taste in my mouth when I'm grounding. See what you notice for yourself. See if you feel a heavier density in your body as you intentionally set to connect with Mother Earth energy. Permission to receive as you draw down and see that centrally powerful crystalline core of the earth, and allow your feet or roots to wrap around that and then draw it up with your breath as you inhale. Permission to receive this beautiful frequency and this healing energy up, up, up into the feet, into the calves, into the knees. See if you feel tingles in your body as you bring it up through your thighs, your calves, and your pelvis area. Allow it to bathe the lower abdomen as you bring the breath down to reach it again. And then as you inhale, draw it up your abdomen area, up into the heart area. Allow that to expand. Might even take a little stretch as this energy comes and washes over your shoulders and down your arms to your fingertips. And then on your next inhale, again, you can imagine drawing it up into the throat and up into the head and over the top of the cranium. Allow it to bathe over your eyes. Allow it to go down the back of the cranium, creating space and safety and security. You can also allow it to come out the top, around the top of the Sahasrara, and allow it to cascade down the outside of your body, clearing the first level of your biofield, touching the second layer of your biofield. See what you notice. Do you feel more dense? Do you feel more grounded? What do you notice in your shoulders, in your arms, in your back? And now just come just a little teeter-totter. Just come into a place of centering as you bring your attention to your heart. Allow your body to find that still point. And if you can't find that still point, just trust where you are. Sense into your body. See if you're leaning forward or leaning back or sideways. So allow your body to come to that still point. As we prepare to align now, we're going to align from that line that you created down from the central core of the earth in through the perineum, that's the bottom of the buttocks, right in the middle, right up through the spine, up through the top of the head. So we're going to send this line past the solar system, past the Milky Way, into the cosmos. This place of many names: God, creator, source, energy, archangels, angels, higher consciousness, divine consciousness, guides, spirits, those that love you unconditionally. Now create this superhighway. Permission to receive as this golden white light frequency is going to come down this superhighway. We've just raised our antenna, and now we're going to receive this beautiful energy into the top of the crown of the head. Allow it to cascade down and feel the illuminant energy. Allow it to touch every cell and the space between each cell. Allow it to bathe over the eyes. See if it's brighter as this energy comes in, down in through the throat, so we can speak with love and remember that it's thy will. How do we want to show up when we change it from my will to thy will? Expand it into your heart and your lungs. Breathe it in. Allow it to cascade over your shoulders and allow your shoulders to drop 3 inches as it travels down your arms to your fingertips. Breathe it into your lower abdomen so it can bathe all the organs in your body. Offer healing wherever healing is needed at this time, and bathe it into the pelvis region and the hips and the thighs. Those knees that do so much for us. Calves, ankles, the full foot, all the way to the toes. Just take a beautiful breath and recognize and observe those 2 energies that are in your body now. Curl your lips up with a smile if you're not smiling already. This is, I say often, better than breakfast. Now bring yourself into just noticing what's going on in your body. If you feel any tension, allow the tension to relieve itself by breathing to that area. You can put your hand on that area. have a little communication with your body. What could use some nurturing this morning at this time? Where is asking for more peace? Is your digestion disruptive? You find that you have more body odor than you regularly have. Sometimes stress can be that part of that situation that creates the disruption in the digestion, disruption in the scent of the body. There's even studies that show that the breath changes just prior to a heart attack. These are all great indicators of where the body may be operating. Just breathe to those areas and offer healing, offer the breath, the oxygenation that creates the expansion. As we talked earlier, we are an expansion and contraction vessel. When we get too contracted, then we can't breathe. We can't get that oxygenation into the blood flow, into that expansiveness to allow the cells to do their work. So take that with you into the meditation today. Allow yourself to really notice what's going on in your body and take that time to breathe to that area. And as it moves, move with it. Have that time with it. What do you need to heal, dear friend? And allow that area of the body to get stronger. It seems counterintuitive, but it's not, because it's consciousness. When I was diagnosed with images showed that I had a tumor on my right ovary, I strengthened that tumor. When I did the work with PSYCH-K that I work with as a facilitator, PSYCH-K, it looks at the consciousness, and you tell that by the body, whether the body is strong to it or not, whether it's strong to the body or not. And different protocols allow you to figure out different things. I wanted to allow it to be strong enough so it could go. So bring yourself to your seat, your awareness to your seat again. Bring your awareness to your feet on the floor. Let's go into meditation. I have my beautiful rock with me, reminding me to ground, feel the weight of the rock. As I sit cross-legged, it's just sitting on my heel of my foot, I guess, sort of. I'm going to use my mala. We're going to do 5 rounds. I'll let you know when we go through each round. I invite you to try to see if you can sit internally as well, in through the third eye here, or sit in the heart, or do half and half and see which works for you. If you've already figured it out, go with what works for you. Work with your strengths. And I'm just going to sit with my rock and not doing anything fancy. Grab a blanket. It's a great cue to let the body know that you're preparing to meditate. Thank you for being here. My name is Debra O'Neill, the CEO and founder of blissbee.me, Integrative Holistic Health. I'm here to share because I care. And I'd love for you, I'd love for you to join us in the monthly membership, and where we excavate the thoughts, and we keep on polishing this diamond. You know, there's no perfection. We are what we are, but it's so important to identify the true you. There's the false ego parts of us that override us, many of us for our lifetime. And then there's the parts that we challenge what our thoughts are, because we're not our thoughts. And that's what the work that we do. We challenge those thoughts every month, and we go through the dynamic energy centers of the body. We work with the emotional and the mental, and the grounding and the emotional and the mental. And then December, we're going into the heart, we're going into the love, we're going into relationships, and we're going to excavate that. And then we move up into our clarity and our intuition, and we get to really realize, we get to have a greater awareness of what our truths are, and our intuition fine tunes in. Yeah, so I'd love for you to join us. It's in the bio, in the Instagram, and in the description in YouTube. If you'd like to bring in a mantra for our meditation, So Hum is a beautiful ancient mantra, inhaling on the So, exhaling on the Hum. And just take a nice inhale to your lower abdomen, and on the exhale with an open mouth, just have a good sigh and allow yourself to come back to the deep diaphragmatic breath, and your shoulders to fall. If you'd just like to, a simple mudra would be to put your two hands together, the left and then the right underneath. You can bring your thumbs together. It's a beautiful, peaceful mudra. Just in your lap, I often have it so that my hand is touching my abdomen. Breathe to your hand. Inhaling So, exhaling Hum. One smooth, complete breath, even in length. No pause, no jerks, no noise, as in sound. Thank you, Guru, thank you. That's one. It's a smooth breath in, feeling the coolness of your inhalation on your nostrils. And the warmth of the exhalation on your nostrils. When thoughts come in, simply put them in a cloud and let them drift past as the thought forms that they are. Simply observe. The goal is to not engage with the thoughts. That's 2. Inhaling so, and exhaling hum. Inhaling so, and exhaling hum. Allowing the thoughts just to go off in a bubble, send them up into the ethers. Or you can imagine them on a train. Let's put them on the train and let them go past. Whatever works for you. That's 3. Thank you, Guru. Thank you. That's 4. Just check with your posture. So the body might be getting restless and you might be leaning forward. Body preparing to take you to your next task. Relax back into your seat, engaging your breath, connecting with the mantra. recentering. Curl your lips up a little. That's 5. Thank you, Guru, thank you. And then the 5th, I just go into a pep in my step with a quick mantra, which is bliss be me, bliss be me, bliss be me, bliss be me, bliss be me. The whole intention of this is to strengthen that field of bliss, and the template for which that we do the work. And I just see a kaleidoscope of colors. A wave. You can continue on with Soham or join me in Bliss Be Me if you wish. Bliss Be Me, Bliss Be Me, Bliss Be Me, Bliss Be Me. Creating that flow. That completes our rounds with the mala. You can rub your hands together briskly. It's called palming. Get some heat in between your palms. And just take that to cup your eyes. Just cup them gently, not touching them. Allow the heat to come off onto the eyes and open your eyes into your palms. Just bathe them in that energy of your hands. How was that? Are you almost ready to sit longer? Maybe at the end we'll sit for longer. Let me know how that was for you. I pulled out a new deck of cards today. It's a really old deck. I think it's probably one of my first decks. It's Healing with the Angels. They're called Oracle cards. Same thing. It's a jumping off point for journaling. I love the synchronicity of the messages. I hadn't been into this deck for a very long time. This is all my cards back here, collection over a decade. And I looked at the card and it was surrender and release. And so I thought yesterday when I pulled out the deck to see if it was the right deck to incorporate for today, I thought I'd pull a card, and guess what I got? I got the same card. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I pulled this card for all of us to give us the information or what source of insight into I think this is the card that we're supposed to look at, how we might want to move forward and pay attention to this day, and a jumping off point if you want to write for at least 3 to 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, it's divine timing. When I talk about divine, I think divine for me is is divine, and it's also creating awareness to the connection that there is other intelligence in our realm, in our universal realm, and that's my belief. So moving forward with this divine timing, and as well, I have every year I come up with a name, a beacon, like a lighthouse that I can draw into if I ever need to reconnect to what my intention is for the year. And after my surgery in 2017 with the ovarian surgery, I felt like when I came out of my surgery and came back, I felt like there was a part of me missing. And I thought, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm starting at ground zero again. So my whole stake that year was divine inspiration. And then last year, it was, I guess 2018 it was divine inspiration. And then 2019 was divine living. And then 2020, oh, I'm all confused. Anyways, this is 2021, divine timing. So I shouldn't try to talk when I come out of meditation. I should just enjoy. Divine timing, the card meaning. Pay attention to the doors that are opening and shutting for you right now. Walking through doors that open and learn from the doors that shut. Which reminds me, we're in a full moon right now, the full moon of Gemini, and an eclipse. An eclipse is often closing of one chapter, and which allows for a new chapter to open. Your prayers are being answered. There's no doubt about that. However, everything operates according to the universal laws of divine timing. This means that certain pieces of the puzzle must first fall into place so that other parts can come to fruition. If you try to skip or rush certain pieces or parts, the whole plan will lack a solid foundation. Very much like our meditation. If we go to meditation, when we go into meditation without grounding, centering, and aligning, we're kind of missing that foundation, which doesn't allow us to really connect the way that we have the potential to connect. So divine timing, take that into your journal, pen to paper, digits to phone, take it into your day. And if you want divine assistance, if you're into learning more about that, ask. Only from those that love you unconditionally. Always set a boundary of what that might be for you. With love, I love you. Hope to see you tomorrow. Make it a great day.